Hi there, this is AxelCutlass of the Gameshelf, and for my first review, I am going to review the highly popular game Halo 3. Now, this was developed back in 2007 by the company Bungie.
Yay!
Yes, yay. So, when it came out, it became one of the most widely celebrated and popular games ever to grace a video game system.
Ever!
But when I first got my hands on it, I wasn't exactly about to throw confetti up into the air.
Boo!
Anyway, now, first, the plot. Just to get out of the way, I've never actually played any of the other Halo games. This was my first Halo experience, and when it came to plot, I was completely lost. Half the time, I had no idea what the heck I was doing.
Who the heck is this guy? Why do I care so much?
Exactly. So, basically what I got out of it is that you play a guy named Master Chief who has crash landed on Earth for whatever reason, and he just gets told by a little girl to get sent back into space to go after some alien race that wants to rebuild some ancient weapon to prove that they're the biggest jerks in the universe. But in essence, humans rule, aliens suck, go kill their collective ass. That's the basic plot of Halo 3.
Yarg! Yarg! And when you're out of ammo, just beat down.
Yes, beatdown, which brings me to gameplay. Now, as an FPS, Halo 3 is a solid shooter, but rather than explain it, let's display it with some fellow Gameshelf people. As far as gameplay goes, it's pretty solid as far as first-person shooters go. The controls are simple enough, as there is one button per function. One button to shoot, one button to beat people, one button to throw your grenades at each other, one button to activate your special weapon, and you get the idea. Now, you can only carry 2 guns and several grenades as well as the special weapon, which does make it a little limiting, but realistic, and it does make the gameplay more exciting. The movement was pretty smooth, as I never really found myself getting stuck in around corners or getting caught in gaps in the data. Yes, that never happened. However, there were 2 aspects of the gameplay that had me grind my teeth so hard it was a wonder my dentist didn't have to recommend surgery. One of these aspects were the vehicle controls. Okay, Bungie, here's how vehicle controls work. X to accelerate, B to burn out, A to reverse, Y to brake, and the left analog stick to steer. Not the right analog stick to do every single one of those functions. That idea may have looked good on paper, but then again, paper is a flimsy thing. It gets wet easily, and for some reason people eat it. So, no, this wasn't a very great idea. Having one part of a controller control everything may seem pretty good, but when it comes to application, it's one of the messiest concepts I've ever come across. For example, I try to get this mongoose truck here to move right, but not too right, just to get around a rock. But the controls are so motion sensitive that moving the control a little bit to the right had me do a full 90-degree turn, as if the rock was the truck's worst nightmare or something.
Oh my god!
The other problem I had was with just the pure physics of cars. I mean, let's say one flipped upside down. All a Spartan has to do is walk up to it, and they can flip it over like it's a paperweight. Woo. I'm pretty sure flipping over a car takes more than a few people, even if they're wearing some freaking super suits that make them all powered up and everything. Now, the other gripe I had was with the AI of the Allies.
Yay!
My fellow comrades that are supposed to have my back seemed only interested in shooting at the threatening trees.
Trees!
Rather than the big scary aliens things with the big guns.
Hey, hi Steve, how's it going? Trees!
But the thing that really made me want to line up my team and shoot them in the back of the head one by one, as if they had the intelligence to even form a line, was when I had to operate a vehicle with one through an enemy-infested field. Now I had the choice of either operating the turret on the vehicle or driving.
Bing!
I chose to drive, but my ally seemed only interested in shooting those scary trees again. Tree! Rather than the tanks shooting big energy waves at us.
Hi, tree!
Leading us straight to blown to Helia. So, on the next try, I decided to man the turret.
I'm gonna get you!
But apparently, my driver was an 11-year-old who was not even given driving lessons as they ran into every obstacle possible.
Get out my way! Get out the way!
And at one point, he drove straight into a rock and just stopped. Now, I don't know if it was a glitch or anything, but after hitting the rock, the vehicle just stopped, leading us to revisiting Blown to Helia. So, for me, the single-player campaign could go jump down a well.
Oh, darn you!
But there is one part of the game that I absolutely love, and that is the multiplayer. Basically, it's like the single player, except it's you rule, your friends suck, kill their collective ass.
Oh God!
There are all kinds of options you can create to customize a game and you want to play, and they are all fun. You can even save the game rules that you've made and give your custom game name a style.
Let's call it Mongoose.
Oh, yes. Alright, we'll call it Mongoose. Those terrible vehicles. And you don't have to worry about those stupid NPCs.
See ya, Steve.
Vehicles are still around, but you can choose to get rid of those if you want. I haven't had this much fun going around and shooting and blowing up friends with all kinds of weapons since the James Bond games. But unfortunately, it can't be enough to forgive the single-player campaign. I really don't know whether to call Halo 3 good or bad because the single player stinks and the multiplayer is awesome. So I'll just call it for what it is. Get Halo 3 only for its multiplayer because its single player can go, well, I'll let you have the visual on what I think you can do.